afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4. Charlotte Deleste in for Susan Simon. It is Friday Eve. Charlotte's almost there.
We're almost there. My goodness.
Here's what's making news on this Thursday. Another day of protests against the police has started in Madison. We'll have live coverage.
And cases of COVID-19 are spiking in Dane County. Hear from health officials about what needs to happen to slow the spread.
And President Trump is in Wisconsin today. We'll tell you where he's headed. But first, for years, activists have been calling to remove police officers from Madison schools, and with recent protests, some city leaders are backing that as well, including the mayor, Satya Rose Conway.
The Madison Metropolitan School District Board is holding a special session Monday to vote on whether to continue the district's contract with the police department. Today, the group Freedom Inc. is rallying to push the efforts forward at the Capitol, where we find our Madeline O'Neill. Maddie?
People are just starting to arrive here, kind of hanging out at the Capitol steps where the Capitol meets State Street. We've seen coolers, people arriving right now. The Police Free Schools rally is scheduled to start right now at 4 o'clock. It's sponsored by Freedom Inc. So currently we have 4 school resource officers in Madison's 4 high schools. The board's decision to review that comes about 2 weeks after board president Gloria Reyes announced they would create a subcommittee to explore alternatives to police. Just before that, the Madison's teacher union also called to remove police from schools. Just yesterday, Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway announced that she and a number of city alders would be sponsoring a resolution to end the district's contract with police. Today, Freedom Inc. is commending its youth members for the work it took to get here, but they say it's not over until that vote on Monday. At the same time, I spoke with Chief Vic Wall, who says he's disappointed in the direction things are going and worries about the services police can provide to schools. We'll hear more from him along with a live update on this rally at 5 o'clock tonight.
Maddie, thank you. Peaceful protesters in Rock County today are trying to raise awareness about African-American incarceration rates in Wisconsin. Adam Duxter followed the protest outside the district attorney's office and has the latest.
Today's planned protest brought more than 24 people to the Rock County Courthouse, where they advocated for changes and equality when it comes to the incarceration rate and local judicial system. Today's protest featured activists from Beloit as well as church leaders. At one point, one person in attendance challenged how the message should be delivered, and the group became contentious. However, organizers say their message isn't lost.
We're fighting against the unfairness, the injustice, the hate, the racism. We're fighting against families being broke up, our communities being broke up. Racism is a public health crisis. With that being, it causes a lot of harm than help.
Today's event not the last planned protest for the Rock County area, as on Saturday, leaders in the Beloit community are planning to gather for an organized prayer event. We have details up about that on our website, channel3000.com. In Janesville, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
It has been 1 month since George Floyd's death under the knee of a police officer in Minneapolis sparked weeks of protests nationwide and calls for police reform. Now, the House is on the verge of passing legislation named in his honor. The bill includes a ban on chokeholds, and it would make it easier to file civil lawsuits against officers accused of misconduct. Republicans say Democrats blocked every amendment they proposed.
The George Floyd Justice in Policing Act will fundamentally transform the culture of policing to address systemic racism, curb police brutality, and bring accountability to our police departments.
Never consulted us on the creation of this bill. I've reached out to those on the Democrat side, explaining that I wanted to make law. I wanted to work together, and I still do.
Senate Democrats made the same complaint before blocking a Republican police reform bill yesterday. President Trump says he won't support any bill that hurts police. He also is ordering U.S. Marshals to work with local police to stand guard around statues on federal land across the country.
The other big story of the day is the rise of COVID-19 cases here in Dane County. Public health officials announced 105 new cases this morning, shattering yesterday's record of 71 new cases. The state has now seen more than 26,000 positive cases and 767 people died. Many of the new cases are younger people, and health officials say they need to realize the health implications of not practicing social distancing.
The behaviors of some affect the health and well-being of all of us right now. We need to stay home. We need to socialize by staying 6 feet apart. We need to wear masks, practice really good hygiene.
7 people are currently in the ICU in Dane County. Public health officials say the hospitals are not overrun. As far as if Dane County will stay in phase 2 of the Dane Forward Dane plan, the health department says they are reviewing the data to determine what is best.
As the number of COVID-19 cases rise at a near record rate in the U.S., some states are starting to put restrictions back in place. Texas is now pausing further reopening plans and suspending elective surgeries in the state's biggest counties as coronavirus cases and hospitalizations surge. Arizona is another hotspot. It reported more than 3,000 new cases Thursday. Hospitalizations are also at a record high. In Florida, state health figures show coronavirus testing slowed as cases surged to record levels.
I think we had COVID on the ropes. You know, we were doing very well, and it's making a comeback.
California reported more than 7,000 new cases yesterday. Los Angeles County has now recorded more than 89,000 cases since the pandemic started. That's more than any other county in the nation.
Scientists around the world are working faster than ever to come up with a vaccine for COVID-19. What normally takes years to develop is being condensed into months. The vaccine trial at Imperial College London is beginning to test on people. It's a milestone only a dozen other laboratories have reached. If this first trial goes well, 6,000 more volunteers will be immunized in the fall. Researchers may also need to test overseas in virus hotspots to increase exposure. Currently, there are more than 120 coronavirus vaccines in development worldwide. Researchers say that several vaccines will need to work for widespread immunization.
Let's take a look outside on this Thursday. Here's a duck family. Like we're getting ready to go in the water.
I wouldn't mind being with them.
Good place to be today. Very nice picture. Chris is out in the backyard weather patio. Great day today, but maybe not so much tomorrow.
That's right. The weather words are eye to the sky. That's because that's what we'll be watching as we move into tomorrow. Right now, skies are blue. A few decorator clouds are here in spots, and temperatures, they are certainly warm. 80s along the state line, 82 in Janesville, St. Monroe. Even we are at 81 here in Madison. A couple spots are still to the upper 70s. Dew points, though, they are lower into the 50s. So as you step outside today, things feel good. But we're going to see a surge in moisture as we move into tomorrow, along with some warmer temperatures. Here's high-resolution Doppler now. Free of any showers, free of any thunderstorms. We're going to keep it that way as we go into the evening. But overnight tonight, there could be changes. Tomorrow, there will be changes. That's why we have an alert day in the forecast. We're timing out when we could see some strong thunderstorms and who could see the strongest coming up at about 4:30.
All right, we'll check back. Thanks, Chris. Yeah. Officials are still looking for
need your windshield wipers.
Officials are still looking for a Fort Atkinson man believed to be connected to 2 deaths and a house fire.
A heavy presence of law enforcement have been on his property this afternoon, and that is where we find our Gabriella Becerra. Gabby, what can you tell us so far?
Law enforcement just packed up and left after spending all afternoon at this Town of Oakland home. Jefferson County Sheriff's Office isn't saying what for, but what we know is that law enforcement walked this property for over 4 hours. A neighbor says Perry Road was blocked when officials first arrived this morning. We've seen law enforcement come and go, mostly staying behind the home. At one point, there was a dog on the property assisting officials. This home belongs to Kevin P. Anderson, a man believed to be connected to the deaths of his sister and brother-in-law in a house fire. This is an ongoing investigation, and Jefferson County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help in their search. They say if you see this man, to not approach him and to contact law enforcement immediately.
Gabby, thank you. President Trump is speaking right now in Marinette, Wisconsin. Let's take a live look at that speech.
And Admiral, Vice Admiral Rick Hunt, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Great job. Thank you. Thanks also to Lockheed Martin Executive Vice President Stephanie Hill. Thank you, Stephanie. Great job. We're pleased to be joined as well by Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross, a legend on Wall Street, and he's putting his magic to work. Our economy is coming back at a level that nobody ever imagined possible. We're doing great.
Wisconsin is considered a battleground state despite Trump winning the state in 2016. In yesterday's Marquette Law School poll, Democratic nominee Joe Biden has a substantial lead over the president. Well, more people have filed for unemployment across the country. Last week, nearly 1.5 million Americans filed for unemployment. That would have been a record number before the coronavirus outbreak. Now it's actually good news and shows the downward trend continues. Service and blue-collar workers had been affected the most during the pandemic, but now more white-collar employees are being let go. Macy's is cutting 3,900 corporate and management jobs as the retail giant looks to restructure.
And I think the fear among economists is that whether or not there's a second wave of the virus, there could be a second wave in layoffs, and that could come from businesses reorganizing.
Nutrition supplement retailer GNC is reorganizing by filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The company is looking to close 800 of its 1,200 stores. And those unemployment numbers had little effect on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials added almost 300 points, closing at 25,745. The NASDAQ was up 107. The S&P 500 gained 33. When we come back, it's time to hit the road with Harvey Briggs.
We'll find out what he thinks of the all-new Lincoln Aviator. It's a full-size SUV. Stay with us.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
We asked real customers what they really love about Spectrum Internet and TV.
Spectrum Internet has the fastest speeds for everything I do.
There is no turning wheel. It's immediate.
Spectrum is the fastest. Bam.
Get the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance with Spectrum Internet, delivering starting speeds of 200 megabits. That's more than enough for all your devices for $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
I can't get over how much on-demand Spectrum has. I can literally watch a new movie every night.
I got all my shows, and he's got all his shows.
With the Spectrum TV app, I can watch live TV anywhere. It's perfect.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on-demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go, all from $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
The fact that they don't have contracts, that says a lot about their service.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Install Spectrum services yourself. Get a self-installation kit shipped right to your home. Call 833-906-4499.
At Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, we know that no two pets are the same. That's why each of our 5 southern Wisconsin locations is wall-to-wall with everything you and your pet need, including dog food, cat food, pet beds, thousands of toys, treats, and chews, and supplies for your small animals, birds, and reptiles, too. With so many options, finding what you need is easy. You gotta get down to Mounds and see for yourself. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Welcome back. Google will soon begin paying publishers for the news it displays. The company announced Thursday 3 licensing deals with publishers in Germany, Australia, and Brazil. Later this year, Google will start paying to display high-quality news content from some media outlets. The announcement comes after years of resisting demands from publishers. Media companies have agreed to the search giant should pay them for the privilege of displaying their content. The parent company of Chuck E. Cheese has filed for bankruptcy.
CEC Entertainment filed for bankruptcy today, blaming financial strain caused by the global pandemic. The company says it expects to operate normally through the process. Nearly half of its 555 Chuck E. Cheese locations are now open, and they plan to reopen more locations weekly. Employees' pay won't be disrupted, and they will continue to receive benefits during the process. The company's financial problems date back well before the coronavirus crisis. It has lost money in 4 of the past 5 years, losing over $28 million just last year. Well, we are witnessing the rebirth of an automotive brand. Lincoln is poised to make a comeback.
The all-new Aviator 3-row utility vehicle is taking the Lincoln brand to new heights. Let's check out the Aviator as we go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs. This is a sharp-looking vehicle.
It is. I am really impressed with the styling on the Aviator. Lincoln designers got this big SUV right.
What it is an all-new full-size SUV, which comes in 6 or 7 passengers, filling the 3 rows of seats.
It's well-rounded. It has great driving dynamics. The styling on it is good. Comfort up front is, again, really good, but you're paying a lot of money, but you're getting what you pay for it.
What are we paying?
In this, with all the options on it, we're at $76,000.
That's everything. It better be. Let's look at it this way. The Aviator competes with German and Japanese models in this class that start around 70 grand. But loaded up like this Aviator would run you about 100,000 bucks. Harvey really likes this vehicle, but his major complaint is the 3rd row.
You've got great wood trim here and nice soft touch surfaces here, but you get in the back and everything's hard plastic. And it's like
the economy class.
Yeah, exactly. Which, you know, I get it. You got to save money somewhere, but it feels like they could have just used a little higher quality material back here.
Let's take a look inside. I'll go this way.
Yeah, let's start this up so you can see it. You know, you get the lovely little movie that plays when it comes up.
I don't like these when it looks like an add-on.
Yeah, this would be the other thing. I wish it were embedded in. They put it here because it's a touchscreen, and they wanted it close enough so you didn't have to reach for it. If it were more integrated back here, you'd have to reach for it. But it feels a little stuck on, and this, again, a material choice, this plastic ring. That's the only other thing I look at and go, okay.
So how is it on the road?
Sorry, we can't go for a ride.
I know.
Damn COVID.
Well, you can go for a ride.
I can. I'll tell you all about it. This Aviator Reserve has a 3-liter twin-turbo V6 that makes 400 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque, and that's mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission, so it gets that power down quickly. Acceleration in this is surprisingly quick.
For Harvey, the most impressive thing about this vehicle is just how good it is.
You know, 5 years ago, if you'd told me that Lincoln was going to be building the most luxurious American cars, I would have said you're crazy. They just kind of got it all together and started building good vehicle after good vehicle, and it culminates in this Aviator, which is just a really great American luxury SUV.
And Harvey joins us now from the Rides and Drives World Headquarters. Charlie, you look good in that car.
Oh, thank you.
For $76,000.
I would love that, but yeah. I couldn't take anybody on a ride still, though, too, because of COVID.
That's right. Harvey?
I know. It's really unfair, isn't it?
We didn't talk about the seats in that thing. 30-way power or something?
Yes, Lincoln calls them, they're perfect position seats, and they have 30 different adjustments. So it takes a while to get them just right, but when you get them right, man, they feel great. And between that and the heated and ventilated and massage function,
what?
I could just hang out in there all day.
And 23 speakers in the audio system.
Yeah, that Revel audio system that they have in there is, again, it's another world-class feature in that car. And it's just, you know, they decide when Ford got rid of Jaguar and Aston Martin and that a bunch of years ago, they said, we're all in on Lincoln. And they really decided to take everything upmarket, and they've done a really good job.
They turn that around, for sure.
Yeah.
Luxurious.
Massaging sheets, I think, is where you got Charlotte's attention.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, Harvey, thank you. Go to ridesanddrives.com for more on this review and all the other cars. Good to see you. It was nice.
Great.
It was nice doing that in person, too.
I know. I can't wait till we can ride together again.
All right, Harvey, thank you. Still to come at 4, what will the new school year look like when schools reopen this fall?
Well, I'd like to know that. That is the question parents and teachers are asking. We'll have some answers coming up after Chris's first Warren forecast.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
The open road, the wind in your hair, the feeling of freedom that drives us to go out and discover. At Chevy, we're committed to getting you there with confidence and peace of mind. That's why your Chevy Clean dealers commit to using enhanced vehicle cleaning measures with CDC-approved cleansers. If you need a new Silverado, get 0% APR for 72 months or $5,500 cash allowance on all Silverado Crew Cab pickups. You may even shop online and take delivery at home where available.
You may not know them. The coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
Too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts. And I'm too sexy for Milan, too sexy for Milan, New York.
Sometimes you run out of fresh at the wrong time. Luckily, Pick and Save delivery and free pickup make it easy to grab what you need, so you can get back to being you. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Social distancing and family quarantines are a jarring reality for kids. It's a big adjustment, so it's important that we adults do what we can to help them navigate this new normal. Encourage your kids to ask questions and give them honest, age-appropriate answers. Show them things that they can do to regain some control. And above all, reassure them that their safety is your top priority.
Now more than ever, SSM Health and News 3 Now encourage you to take time for kids.
Are you one of the 100 million Americans that suffer from chronic pain? Hi there, my name is Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place. I want you to know about an all-natural product called Cura Relief. With nutrients like boswellia and curcumin, it targets the root of your pain, inflammation. Most people feel a difference in less than 45 minutes. Stop the pain and the drugs naturally with Cura Relief. Stop by one of our 4 Madison-based locations or check us out online at findyourhealthyplace.com. The Healthy Place.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
Well, take a look at this.
I want you to adopt me as your own. I have, along with everyone else, seen you as my father and the #1 male role model in my life.
17-year-old Kean Wiggins breaks down in tears as he asks his stepdad, Denzel Powell, to adopt him. He came into Kean's life when he was a young boy and always treated him as his own. Denzel says yes, and they share a heartwarming hug. The paper document will make it official, but clearly he's been Kean's father since the moment he came into his life.
Oh my gosh.
It just gives me goosebumps.
I need Kleenex.
Yeah, I know. That is spectacular.
Oh, wow. We need this.
Yeah, we really do. We all need a big hug.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
All right, Chris.
Chris, we need a big hug.
Yes, we do.
We need a weather hug.
Hey, the hug that you can get this afternoon will be from the sun. We see plenty of sunshine out there. That'll go through the evening. We are watching strong showers and thunderstorms that'll move in tomorrow. Your full first warn forecast is coming up next.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
Dr. Anthony Fauci says the next few weeks will be critical in the United States' effort to control the spread of COVID-19. The last 5 days here in Dane County show how right he is. The number of new cases is alarming. Let the debate over why more people are testing positive continue. We could all agree that if the trend keeps growing, efforts to phase in reopening will suffer a serious and very uncomfortable setback. There are a lot of competing pressures, but for the most part, none of them matter if this thing spins out of control. We know what works. Limit trips out of the house. Stay distanced. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. This has slowed or stopped the spread in other places in the world. Please try to commit to that again. If we do, we can continue to look ahead. If we don't, we continue to slide back.
Welcome to the beautiful Hinchley Dairy Farm and one of my favorite dairy farmers of all time, Miss Tina Hinchley. It's so good to be out here and celebrating June Dairy Month with you.
I am so thrilled to have this opportunity to share my farm with all of your viewers.
You and your husband took over the farm in 2000 from your in-laws.
Right.
Kind of take us through the journey of what has changed since that time.
We grew a little bit in bits and pieces, just a couple cows at a time. And as we got to the point where our kids were all in college, one of them decided that she wanted to come back to the farm, but she didn't want to be milking cows 9 hours a day. And we looked at technology. We're using technology as it is right now in planting and harvesting, but now we're using it by having our cows milked robotically.
I think this is so cool, and we're going to get to see that. But so the cows actually decide when they want to be milked. How nice is that?
Oh, it's amazing. And it definitely certifies the fact that cows love to be milked. When they go in 5 and 6 times a day, we have got a couple cows that are doing 18 and 19 gallons a day.
Wow.
So their bodies are saying, milk me, and they're able to go in and get milked.
So much to learn June Dairy Month, but if they can just take away one thing, it's what to look for in the grocery store. So pull out your prop.
As you go to the grocery store and you're looking for a way to help Wisconsin dairy farmers, look for this badge. This is going to tell you that this cheese is coming from our amazing cows in Wisconsin, and that's going to support the farmers out here.
Thank you for what you do. For every person out there who drinks the milk and eats the cheese, we thank you.
Oh,
it was lovely to see you.
Thank you so much for sharing this with everybody.
I'm Emmy Fink, and you heard it here. You are buzzed into Madison.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It has been a fantastic Thursday. We've seen the sunshine, very little in the way of any kind of rainfall. Well, no rainfall, to be quite honest with you. We've also seen just a lot of folks out on the water. This is certainly an evening to do so. We're going to be wonderful as we go through the rest of it. Then we start to turn our attention into tomorrow. That's when severe storms will be possible. We'll trend drier, though, as we move into the weekend, along with warmer, too. But I want to start with the alert day. This is what's going to be most impactful for folks as we move into the days ahead. Parts of Wisconsin are at a level 3 out of 5 when it comes to that severe weather potential. We call that an enhanced risk. Most of that's going to be closer towards the lakeshore, where you see in the orange shading here. Everyone else, you are in the slight risk. That's level 2 out of 5. My expectation is that as we move into tomorrow, we're going to see a developing line of storms somewhere between that 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock time frame. And when you get a line of storms, you have to be mindful of the potential for high winds, hail, along with some localized flooding. Here's Future Track as we move into the weekend, showing you what the radar could look like as we head into tomorrow. This is early on in the day. I wouldn't be surprised to at least see some morning showers, but then we move later on towards the afternoon and evening. Here's that line starting to impact southern portions of the state along with eastern portions of the state. Eventually, that'll work its way down towards the south. That being said, we're beautiful right now. The temperature's at 81. The air is calm. This is your opportunity to get outside if you haven't done so yet today. 82 for our friends down in Janesville. A couple of us are still, though, into the upper 70s, but we are all warm with lower humidity. No showers, no thunderstorms. You don't have to worry about that as we go through the rest of this evening. Now here's the overnight hours, with those overnight lows falling down towards 62. Early on tomorrow morning, when you start your Friday, I cannot rule out at least a couple of showers there, but it's the afternoon that I'm watching. We'll still see those highs into the mid-80s, but then more showers and thunderstorms begin to pop up. Those are pushed towards the south right as we begin to move into your dinner time. This is when we have that best chance to see some wind. That pushes towards the south. We get you towards 9 or 10 o'clock, and a lot of that moves on out of here. From there, it's this big ridge of heat that begins to develop. That is going to flex some muscle and send even more heat our direction as we move into the week ahead. And when I talk about the warmer temperatures, check it out. We'll have several days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, where we're going to be warm and humid with the chance of showers and thunderstorms, and the heat indices will be into the 90s. In fact, you'll notice those heat indices into the low 90s as early as tomorrow, but we'll see the showers and thunderstorms. Saturday is dry. Most of Sunday is going to be dry, but both of those days are going to be just hot and humid. That's the entire extended forecast all the way through the 4th of July and beyond for now.
All right, keep an eye to the sky tomorrow. Thank you, Chris. Many parents are wondering what schools will look like when they reopen in the fall. Right now, school districts across the country are still drafting plans.
Michelle Medina shows us the challenges they're facing to keep teachers and students safe.
Cleaning is key in our plan to return to schools.
With classrooms now empty, Dr. Carmen Garcia, superintendent of San Marcos Unified School District near San Diego, faces a monumental task of reopening nearly 20 schools in her district this fall.
It is a multi-layered, very complex scenario.
Dr. Garcia must balance guidelines from the CDC, state and local health officials. They include temperature checks, eating lunch in the classroom, and closed playgrounds. It will vary by state, but classrooms could look like this Bay Area school, where desks are inside boxes taped on the floor to ensure social distancing, with teachers wearing masks.
We understand that the situation is fluid, and key in our planning is our ability to be agile and to be nimble and to be creative.
You can't just come up with one plan.
Dan Weisberg of TNTP, an educational policy nonprofit, says districts face overwhelming obstacles, balancing public and mental health along with student learning.
How can we make sure that work is really engaging and really gives them the opportunity to continue to learn and to excel?
As school districts across the country work to get kids back inside the classroom this fall, they're also facing severe budget cuts. Many districts say they can't reopen safely without federal funds.
Currently, we're looking at a projected deficit of between $12 and $17 million.
The roadmap to reopen isn't easy. Plans won't be finalized until midsummer. Dr. Garcia, along with districts nationwide, are looking at several scenarios, including complete distance learning, hybrid instruction that combines distance learning and classroom time, or a modified school schedule with morning or afternoon rotations of students.
I think this is an opportunity to rethink how we deliver education to our students.
A return to the classroom presenting unique challenges to ensure health and safety. Nichelle Medina, CBS News, San Diego.
Like other districts, San Marcos Unified surveyed parents about the upcoming school year.
Most parents want their children to return to school for in-person instruction. Isn't that right, Charlotte?
Oh, yes. Take mine, please.
All right, we'll talk to Dr. Zorba Pastor when we come back.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you. With special offers like 0% financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Now get 0% financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Contact your Ford dealer or stop by today.
We've got the power. The Power Centers of Madison. Our customer-focused sales team will help you find the right power equipment to fit your needs. Lawn and garden, tractors, zero-turns, lawn mowers, trimmers, chainsaws, commercial equipment, and more. We carry the name brands that you know and some that you need to know. As an added incentive, you can always find factory promotions at the Power Centers of Madison.
Southern Wisconsin is our community.
Our home.
Our home.
Our home. And in this time of uncertainty,
we need to stand together.
While staying apart.
While staying apart.
News 3 Now is your coronavirus headquarters.
Separating fact from fiction.
And giving you up-to-the-minute details online.
And information to keep our communities, our businesses, and our families healthy.
We're in this together.
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 We're all in this together, and we will get through this together.
UW campus, Lake Mendota, on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. The sun shining. Enjoy.
That's beautiful.
Well, runners donned their colorful pajamas for the 5th annual Russian Fun Run, which was forced to take place online this year due to the pandemic. A group of 12 runners gathered on the shores of the Gulf of Finland to celebrate the traditional 2-kilometer route and hold a pajamas flash mob. For the White Night Pajamas race, which usually takes place in St. Petersburg, participants ran individually in different locations and at different times, recording the results on a mobile app.
To each his own.
Just doesn't seem the same, does it?
No, it certainly does not. But at least they're doing something.
They're doing something, getting some exercise. We'll get to Dr. Zorba Pastor right after this.
If you like hot food and cold beer, don't we all? we have found your place. Now this is what warm weather is all about. Cheers to you.
Gross.
We are here today at Rookies in Mazomanie. Dave Boyer joins me. Now, fill us in on the story of Rookies, why I removed my umbrella and have a little sip.
Rookies was started about 17 years ago. Steve Schmidt owns Rookies. He also owns the Shoebox in Black Earth and the Madison Mallards.
You guys have the best spot right off of Highway 14, a ton of traffic, and they're iconic for this beautiful wiffle field behind us that the kids are so, knocking every ball out of the park. How fun is it for you to have this be your place of work?
Oh, it's a blast. Every day it's so much fun to come to work, especially in the summertime when we have groups, kids' birthday parties, bachelor parties. People just have so much fun playing wiffle ball.
If you're going to eat here, what's the best thing to get?
We smoke all our own meats, so we have a great brisket and pulled pork, fantastic ribs.
Oh,
Give that a try.
This looks incredible. Brisket?
It's prime rib. It's our smoked prime rib. We have the first Wednesday of every month.
That's what I'm talking about. I think it's unique that you find a place like this that has great food, has the bar environment, has 29 TVs if you want to come and watch a game, but also is so family friendly. They usually don't coincide, and it works here.
It does. We try very hard to be a place that anyone can go to and have a good time. Oh, by the way, Emmy, we also do catering. Give us a call. You'd be really happy with the service and the quality of the food.
From Rookies! I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison. Woo!
You may not know them. The coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
Two opportunities to play. Two opportunities to draw. Two daily draws each day from the Wisconsin Lottery. With one at midday. That's at 1:30. And another in the evening. That's at 9. For pick 3, pick 4, and all or nothing. More chances to play each day. More chances to play each day.
Good afternoon. Here's the traffic for you. I'm starting off at the Beltline at Park Street. One of the things that you see just beyond the shot, especially if you look at this portion of your screen, is oddly enough a traffic backup. That is where we are seeing at least one accident showing up. That's on the Beltline going in the eastbound direction just past Park Street right before you get to Rimrock. That's creating some slowdown. So if you were getting ready to head out and maybe you're going that direction, be mindful of that, plan for that. As you work your way downtown closer towards campus and the Capitol Square, we're seeing just your typical brake lights that you would see around this time of the year, but no big issues are showing up, and it looks like in the meantime things could stay that way. Hopefully we don't see any big incidents popping up. The slowest route right now is the Beltline eastbound from Verona Road to John Nolan. That's taking you about 7 minutes with an average speed of 37 miles per hour.
Thank you very much, Chris. Dane County is seeing its largest increase in COVID-19 cases since the beginning of the outbreak.
Here to discuss that and take your phone calls at 270-9933, 270-9933. Dr. Zorba Pastor, thanks for being with us today. What do you make of this big increase in Dane County?
Well, the fact is the big increase is there because we're not social distancing. We're seeing our friends. I can see a difference even walking into the grocery store or walking into Home Depot where I may go, or walking into Walmart. People a week ago, 2 weeks ago were wearing masks. Now, half the time I see people not wearing masks. And if you don't wear masks, you've got COVID, you don't have symptoms, you're going to spread it. And I think that's really where the uptake is. The other thing is people are beginning to really socially get closer and closer indoors. And I think really the key here is not just to wear a mask, but if you're going to see your friends and relatives and open up your circle of friends, what you really want to do is you want to do it outside, and you want to talk to them, and you sort of want to be 6 feet apart, just like we know, because we don't know who has COVID and who doesn't have COVID, but we know more and more people in Dane County are having COVID because the numbers are spiking.
Do you think that a lot of this also might be due to the fact that, people were getting, cabin fever in a sense, and then now once things were lifted and the weather got warmer, everybody's just rushed to get outside, and they want that normal?
I think you hit it right on the head. You never realize the importance of social interaction. There are a few things they didn't realize. Number one, the importance of social interaction when you're actually with other people. And the other thing I realized was something in the grocery store. When you go to the grocery store and you have to open up those plastic bags in the veggie section, I never realized that I would take my fingers and put them and put them in my mouth to actually get the bags open, and I don't think any of us realized we did that. What a way to spread germs, and it never even occurred to me. So there are lots of things that I think they're important. What's really important is we are not anywhere near where we're going to have an immunization. It certainly is not going to come this fall. We're not going to see a drop in COVID this fall. It is not a seasonal virus. We're probably going to see an immunization sometime next year, but by the time you get it out to enough people, it's going to be quite some time. And so you've got to practice good social distancing. If you're going to see people, you want to do it outside. And don't go to bars. Don't go to places where you're going to be close to people. And if you're going to go and be close to them, try to be far away and wear a mask. Be a good citizen. That's going to keep it from spreading, because frankly, it's kind of frightening that it's going up again. And when it goes up, that means more and more people are going to get sick, which means more and more people in Wisconsin are going to die.
And it is skyrocketing in places like California and Texas and Florida.
If you look at the Sun Belt, if you look at the areas out west, California, Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, other places, Texas, even Texas, other places where it wasn't nearly as much. It's now skyrocketing. Why? Because among other things, people are going there from other places in the country, and they're not social distancing because they thought it can't happen here.
Right.
No, the answer is it can happen here, and your goal is not to have it happen in your household. And when you protect yourself, you protect me.
270-9933 is the number to call to talk to Zorba. We'll go to the phones, and we'll start with Mary in Madison. Hi, Mary. What's your question?
Well, I just wanted to comment that there's no excuse for cabin fever. I've been in the house for about 3 months. I watch TV, read, and look out the window. And that's what I think more people should do. And I wish there was a way to make them follow the rules. You see people outside, a big crowd, and there's a lot of them, no masks. That's all I wanted to say, and thank you.
All right, well, Mary, good point.
You hit it on the head. Many of us we do get cabin fever, so we want to see others. But the fact is, if you're going to see others, do it the right way. The issue is just like washing your hands after you're in the bathroom. It's good, it's polite, it's appropriate to wash your hands. It's the same with wearing a mask and staying 6 feet apart. And for those of us who want to get outside, you got to do it that way, or don't go outside. Read a book, watch TV, and go to sleep.
It's tough with kids, though.
It is tough for
tough with kids. It's always tough with kids. If you look at 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds, if you look at teenagers, they want to be close to one another. They do not, on the whole, get as sick, but they certainly spread it quite a bit. And the fact is, you've got to just educate your children and young adults to do it. Once again, it's good parenting and it's good citizenship for our youth.
All right, let's go to our next caller, Charles from Janesville. Hi, Charles. What is your question?
My question is, a person with O positive, are they acceptable also to B positive, and are B positive patrons also able to take O positive?
Well, first of all, if you get blood in this day and age, you get the exact same blood type. that you have. So if you're O positive, that's what you get. If you're B positive, that's what you get also. That's the way to do it. On the battlefield, O positive is the universal donor. So if you've got somebody who's O positive and you don't know what the other person is, you give it to them exactly. But when you go into a hospital, if you get blood, it's type and cross. In other words, they take the blood you're going to get, they type it with your blood that you have, and they make sure that it's exact as you can possibly have.
All right. Let's go to Linda from Madison. Hi, Linda. What's your question?
Hi. My question is, my grandchildren are coming. They're teenagers from California. And to be honest with you, I want to see them so desperately, but I'm afraid. I'm a 73-year-old woman, and I'm afraid.
You have good reason to be afraid. You hit it right on the head. You want to see them, you want to hug them, you want to be with them. They're in California. If they haven't basically quarantined for 2 weeks, what does it mean? Because they're going to go into the airport, they're going to get on an airplane, they're going to be in the airplane. The airport is probably worse than the airplane. Then they're going to get into another airport, and then they're going to see you. And when they see you, they might have COVID. It might be in their clothing, it might be in their mouth, it might be on their body, and you're 72 and you're at risk. So the answer is clear. The reality is I wouldn't have my grandchildren come here during the summer of this year, and I would just have to give it up, and I would be very sad. On the other end, if your grandchildren bring COVID, which could be death or serious illness, into your house, how are they going to feel, and how are your children going to feel? They're going to feel awful, and it's very sad. But you got to do the right thing. You've got to stay safe.
Zorba, I wanted to ask you a question. I don't know, I had not had a chance to see if this is true or not, but I did see an article that claimed that there are some hand sanitizers out there that are not good for you, that you should stay away from. Have you heard of anything like this?
Basically, hand sanitizers, as long as they are 70% alcohol, which is equal parts Everclear, which is 100% grain alcohol, and cheap vodka, as long as you do equal parts of that together and you get to 70%, they're good. I've not read that one is worse than another. Maybe there are fake hand sanitizers that instead of being 70% alcohol are 50% alcohol. But on the other hand, it's doing your hands, but it still is socially keeping yourself 6 feet away. That's the most important thing.
Should an alcoholic
there may be fake hand sanitizers out there, because in America there is always fake everything. But why would somebody fake a hand sanitizer?
Right, during this time.
Should an alcoholic stay away from using that?
Well, no. You can use 100% grain alcohol with vodka, and that equals the equal parts. That equals hand sanitizer. But I've gone to grocery stores. You can now buy commercial hand sanitizers in most grocery stores, and I would just go to the commercial stuff, because then they also usually put in some aloe or something else to keep your hands moisturized. Otherwise, your hands dry out.
All right. Do we have time for another call? Oh, we're out of time. I'm sorry. We are out of time. Zorba, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for calling in. We'll do this again next week. People still have a lot of questions about all of this.
They do. They do.
Thank you, Zorba.
We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
The 70th Annual Madison Area Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, featuring newly constructed homes in 5 of Dane County's most sought-after neighborhoods. The newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
I didn't choose this exact type of metastatic breast cancer, but I did pick Clarity by knowing I have a treatment that goes right at it.
Discover Piqray, a treatment that specifically targets PIK3CA mutations in HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC. Piqray is taken with fulvestrant after progression on hormone therapy and helps people live longer without disease progression. Do not take Piqray if you've had severe allergic reactions to it or any of its ingredients. Piqray can cause serious side effects, including severe allergic and skin reactions, high blood sugar levels and diarrhea that are common and can be severe, and pneumonitis. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms of severe allergic reactions or high blood sugar while taking Piqray. Your doctor will monitor your blood sugar before and during treatment, and more often if you have type 2 diabetes. Before starting, tell your doctor if you have a history of diabetes, skin reactions, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Common side effects include rash, nausea, tiredness, weakness, decreased appetite, mouth sores, vomiting, weight loss, hair loss, and changes in some blood tests. Ask your doctor about Piqray.
Right now is a time for action. That's why USAA is giving payment relief options to eligible members, so they can pay for things like groceries before they worry about their insurance or credit card bills. Discover all the ways we're helping members today.
The 70th Annual Madison Area Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, featuring newly constructed homes in 5 of Dane County's most sought-after neighborhoods. The newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
Later on tonight, we'll see a chance for some showers and thunderstorms rejoining the picture. That'll be closer towards morning time. Overnight lows will be down right around 62. For Friday and Friday evening, we do have an alert day in the forecast. That's for strong thunderstorms, many of which could be on the severe side with high wind and hail. Heavy rainfall and an isolated tornado can't be ruled out, especially towards the east of Madison. Then we begin to look ahead. Watch how temperatures are jumping above average. We're going to be flirting with 90 for several days of that extended forecast, and all days of that extended forecast are going to be humid as well. Organized chances for showers and thunderstorms come Friday, and then again Sunday and Monday. Tuesday and beyond, we're going to be watching the summertime pattern. We have that chance of pop-up showers and thunderstorms just about each and every day, but most of those days are going to be dry, very warm, and humid. It's a real summer-like pattern, Mark.
All right. Thank you very much. Tomorrow on Live at 4, our Michael Bruno goes behind the screens to tell us about a special theatrical virtual fundraiser.
And the News Hound's Lola and Louie have the top animal stories of the week. We'll be right back.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
About $99 prescription sunglasses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Choosing the right Medicare plan is simple, right? Except that there are a lot of choices from a lot of companies. Avoid the confusion and the junk mail. Come to Informed Choice Insurance Agency. We know Medicare, and we offer many of Wisconsin's popular plans. There's no cost and no obligation to come discuss your Medicare options with the experienced team at Informed Choice. Call us today.
At Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, we know that no two pets are the same. That's why each of our 5 southern Wisconsin locations is wall-to-wall with everything you and your pet need, including dog food, cat food, pet beds, thousands of toys, treats, and chews, and supplies for your small animals, birds, and reptiles too. With so many options, finding what you need is easy. You gotta get down to Mounds and see for yourself. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Baca Enterprises is truly humbled and thankful to all of our employees, residents, families, and vendors for their patience and cooperation.
Our employees have gone above and beyond with sanitation efforts, altering their daily routines, all while spreading joy and happiness throughout our community.
As you look forward to the future, Beaver Dam Assisted Living will be here for you.
To provide a sense of security and to provide comfort by keeping you safe and healthy.
Together, we're moving forward to help you live life with confidence. Call today to schedule your tour.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
In today's Final Touch, residents of a remote mountain village in Bosnia claim to have completely escaped the COVID-19 pandemic.
The mountain village of Lokomir hasn't seen any visitors since the COVID-19 outbreak hit in March. Sitting atop a precipice at an elevation of almost 5,000 feet, Bosnia's highest village is the perfect refuge from the modern world, upended by the pandemic, or so its residents claim. Lokomir's aging villagers still spend the better part of each year in the small stone houses, tending to the land and their flocks. Lokomir means harbor of peace in Bosnian, and this little village seems to live up to its name. Doesn't that look spectacular?
It looks very peaceful.
Very peaceful. No visitors.
Wow. Well, maybe
not the best accommodations, but
I don't know. Sometimes it might be your good getaway right there.
Right there. There you go. All right. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here again tomorrow.